Hey, baby was shaking, and welcome back to Spirited Investigations. This is our Caught My Eye this week. And what have you seen today?
Rain. Oh.
And lots of it,
Yeah.
which is why we're indoors. It's raining outside, it's nice and cool.
But the first story is rather a sad one. It's about Woolton Hall, which burned about a week ago. And I saw a thing by Moxley's Paranormal. He was actually there. And now he got a lot of comments saying that he should have called the fire brigade straight away. But it was a hall, a big place on a full street of houses, so I presume they were on their way anyway. Unfortunately, the place burned down to the ground. There's just a shell left. But I know it's a very popular place for ghost hunters. They are. Moxley was there at the time.
Yeah, and didn't he see a group of kids there at the time?
I believe so, a group of young kids. And also there's been a story that a girl of 14 was arrested. She's been spoken to, maybe about the arson. Heck of a loss, not just because it was a grade 1 listed building, but it was a place that was very popular for people to go to and investigate at. Incredible amount of furniture was still in. There was tables, there was these ornate chairs.
Sad.
1704 the thing dated from. So I did just want to mention that story. But
Yeah, I just want to mention that having been in England and seen these grade 1 houses, and I don't know what the barrels was, I'm sure that was graded,
Right.
But just absolutely beautiful. And when you land in England, you just feel the history of the place, and it's really kind of overwhelming. And I remember one day Mark was taking me from his hometown of Weaverham over to Northwich, and we're going over a bridge, and he tells me, "This is a Roman bridge, you know." And I kind of went, "Oh, cool." He said, "It's over 2,000 years old." And I was like, "Whoa!" We don't have that in Minnesota.
right.
Okay, anyway.
Good story though.
When I do this, what do you think of?
When you do what?
Da-da-da-dun.
Oh right, Addams Family.
Da-da-da-dun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thing.
Who is your favorite character?
Thing.
Thing is your favorite character. I'm particularly fond of Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
And-
By the way, can I just interject?
Sure.
Why the heck is she called Wednesday?
Oh, okay. This was something I learned in this video I watched. The video I watched is called the 4,000-year-old dark secret behind Wednesday Addams. And I'll get into why. But anyway, why she is called Wednesday. When the Addams Family was first created, it was created by Charles Addams, and he used to send just little panels of comics into the Atlantic magazine. And he created this family that is kind of the anti-suburbia family, where they do everything kind of backwards and related to death, but in a suburban family way.
Right. So yes, black walls and black curtains on the windows.
Yeah,
and
and
things.
chopping out the heads of roses and those kind of things. Morticia is another favorite of mine.
Right.
These cartoons, the characters didn't have any names back then.
Right.
And some TV producer looked at this and thought, hey, this would be really cool for a series. So when the series came around, that's when they named the characters.
Right.
And why they named Wednesday. Do you know not the fairy tale, the children's rhyme? Monday's child is fair of face.
Tuesday's
child is
yeah.
full of grace.
Okay.
Wednesday child is full of woe.
Oh, okay.
So she's this embodiment of actually the kind of saddest kid you can be born as.
Right.
Not only that, the dark clothes, the braids, the pale face, what she is the embodiment of those death pictures they used to do of their kids.
The Victorian stuff.
Yes.
Oh wow, okay.
And so she is always seen as this constant representation of death in the black, you know, because when people died back then, it was like you're worshiping at the altar of the survivor. It's not to remember the person who died, it's more to say, oh, you have suffered so much, you know, kind of thing.
Right, which suits the Wednesday Addams
Yep,
character.
yep.
Got you.
Yeah. So there were a lot of neat facts about this video. And one thing I learned about Charles Addams, the creator, he lived in a house that looked very much like the Munsters' house.
Yeah?
It had that French, is it called Fontainebleau?
Yes.
Robes.
Yeah.
And tall building, tall straight building, kind of skinny.
Yeah, did it have a grey roof and white? And
I was just going to say,
all the plants were black and white as well that were around.
I was just going to say, it is not painted black. It was a white house with, I think, a green. He used to spend lots of time in cemeteries and checking out mausoleums. Was just enthralled in death and just had a kind of quirky humor about it.
And of course he got to experience it by the very end.
Right. And I know we did a turtle talk where I mentioned about how Wednesday is this embodiment of a woman archetype like Lilith and Hecate, the strong woman, the not taking any BS kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, she doesn't fear death, she respects it. Right. Kind of thing. They tried to draw comparisons between Hecate and Wednesday, but I wasn't going there. It was a little too metaphorical. But
a good video to watch.
Really, it was very much fun. And I did find one after that is about the origin story of Thing, so that might be a fun one to watch.
I thought the actor failed, except he liked his hands. Therefore,
do you know who Thing was for most of the time?
No.
Lurch.
Okay.
It was Lurch's hand, unless the two were seen on screen the same time.
So the Lurch...
And then it was the director.
Of course, right, of course, yeah. Yeah. I just thought it was somebody very, very ugly or something.
No. Well, Lurch was not too attractive, was he?
He was right for the role.
Yeah. Who you got?
This was from Wanderlust Way, and it was an update about the Stocksbridge Bypass. Now this is something I looked at a couple of videos.
Oh.
Well, this lady was saying that she got a video from a guy who'd been on the Stocksbridge Bypass and had a very strange encounter. And within this video...
Why don't we explain the history? What is Stocksbridge?
Well, very quickly, yeah. Stocksbridge Bypass is in England. I think it's in Yorkshire. I'm going to have to check. And there have been some very strange events that have happened during construction and after construction of the bypass, such as a group of children playing underneath an electricity pylon in the middle of the night, singing away Ring a Ring a Roses.
That's weird.
Yeah, and the construction people, don't know quite why they were there in the middle of the night, but they went to approach and ask them what the heck they're doing out that time of day, at night, and they just disappeared in front of them.
Can you just picture that eerie kind of
really? And they were wearing period clothes as well, so 1880s or somewhere clothes. There's something weird going on in that area, and it appears that because the bypass is now there, it may have gone over certain grounds. It may be, the amount of people going through seeing something that walkers may have seen, once every 6 months or 5 years. Now people in cars are witnessing things fairly commonly.
Isn't there a monk?
I don't know.
That's been seen. I think there is a monk.
I need to look into it a lot more, but the thing is, on this video that was submitted, and the guy decided he is a ghost hunter, and he was just saying in his car about, oh, everyone just stay up, don't come with me, don't follow me, you've done it before and all this. He brakes, he stops, and something runs in front of his car.
Oh yeah.
Now the thing is, it's well worth looking at because it's black, but he's got his headlights on of his car, so it should have been lit up, and it's not, and it looks for all the world like a person's running in front. Very, very strange. Very well worth watching.
Well, Mark came up too to ask me, he sent me the video and he said, does this look like what you saw at Joplin when we went for the Joplin spook light? And it was dark as what came and blocked out that light behind our car.
So similar, what's a similar thing?
Yeah, except for mine were happening.
Yeah, is that what such entities look like when they appear? We don't know, but if that tallies, then maybe the guy's video has something extra to it.
Why don't you guys go and watch this video and then let us know what you think. If it's a shadow person, or why is it not absorbed? It's like it sucks in light. It doesn't reflect.
And indeed, if you think it's a fake video, tell us why as well, because like I say, it's not lit up with the headlights, and to my opinion it should be. Yeah,
because you can still see. I mean, you can't see through it, but you can still see the grass weed stuff behind it, and like the car is lighting that up.
Yes.
Now, I don't recall if there was a shadow cast from this thing or not.
No, I'd have to watch it again.
Yeah.
But immediately as I saw that, I wondered.
Yeah.
And so that's why I sent it to you, and that's why I'm telling you guys.
Yeah, it's very freaky, because you know when you hear people saying, I saw a shadow that was darker than dark.
Vanta black.
The lights were out in my room and I could see, and that's what this thing comes across as. Right. That was really good.
Right, on to your next story.
Alrighty, let's see what we got. Oh. Oh, I saw this thing and I've just been binge watching it. It's Top Talk, Best TikTok compilations. And there's a series of these videos in which they said, parents, what is the creepiest thing your kid has ever said to you? Oh my gosh. Here, let me tell you. Let me tell you some of them.
Yep.
Oh, there's lots of times kids are seeing their grandparents, people they haven't passed, or had passed before they were born. They'll see them in a photo album and say, there's Poppy, I play with him, and things like that. A lot of times people will say their kids said, who just went into the bedroom, Mommy? Things like that. I told a story on Turtle Talk about the twins. The oldest brother was a twin. He was 2 years older than the 4-year-old girl in this family. So she's 4, he's 6. And the kids are sitting on the floor playing, watching TV, and mom's on the couch doing what she's relaxing, whatever. All of a sudden, the little girl goes to her brother, do you remember when you ate me and then you felt better? And the brother goes, yeah. And then they just go back to watching TV. And the mom's going, what did I just hear?
Yeah. A cannibal kid.
A cannibal kid. Well, come to find out, she did have twins in her first pregnancy, but she had such a problem with malnutrition due to, I think it was like severe morning sickness, and she also, I think, got an infection. So she had severe malnutrition, and she was constantly being IV'd and all this kind of stuff. And when they did an ultrasound, all they found was one umbilical cord hanging there. Yeah. And the doctor told her that this happens quite often when there are these kind of conditions, that the other fetus will absorb the other fetus. One fetus will absorb the other fetus. I had a teacher who in fact was a twin who absorbed his fetus, but he had like pieces of the teeth on his back.
Really?
And hair. Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah. This wasn't. This was like just absorbed totally. So there's not parts of the kid. So anyway.
But I mean, the absorption must have happened later on as well with the teacher.
I don't know what
the kids wouldn't be born with teeth, so something was going on.
Right.
Afterwards.
It's
through the years.
It's not. Oh, you mean with my teacher?
Yeah, to have teeth.
Yeah, but kids do have teeth in their jaw, but they just don't come out for a while. So the mother's thinking about this, and then the little girl turns around and says, "Don't be sad, Mommy. It's okay. I was a boy that time, but I'm a girl this time, and I always wanted to be a girl."
Oh, I always wanted to be a girl. That's loaded.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah. So that was freaky. Oh, this other kid. Mom's cleaning the house. She wants to put the kid down for a nap so she can get things done. The little boy comes out and he says, "Mom, I'm scared. I don't want to sleep in there alone." She says, "Okay, baby, I'll come lay down with you for a while till you get settled down." And so she's laying down next to him, playing on her phone, trying to, do whatever while he's getting to sleep. And she says, "Why don't you go to sleep, honey?" And he says, "I'm scared." And she says, "Can I go under the covers? Let's go under the covers, Mommy." She says, "I don't want to go under there, it's hot." And he kept saying, "I'm so scared." And finally they went under the covers. And he says, "Did you see the man on the ceiling, Mommy?" He's big and scary, isn't he? And the mom's just trying to keep her stuff together so she's not going to scare this kid, But yeah, that was another one. Isn't the man on the ceiling big and scary?
That sounds like a good watch.
So those are the weird, creepy stories, just a few of them. I mean, I think there's like 5 or 6 of these videos out there, the creepiest things. So, I mean, they are amazing.
Oh, they're worth watching.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not just clickbait kind of rubbish.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, why don't you tell me about what you have here?
Oh, righty-ho. Yes, I'll probably have to read this at the same time because there are a few details with it, but it's quick.
Sure.
Yes, this was News Nation. A marine UFO in Indonesia. Yeah, Ross Coulthard was doing an interview with the guy. And he was talking about how he was deployed, he was in the military, and they went to an island and they were supposed to be just checking out whether it was safe to land the rest of the troops there or whatever they were doing. So they just had to make sure there was nobody else around on this island area. And so they started to go inland a little bit. And that's where things get really interesting. 2009 this was, they were sent in on a chopper to secure a landing site. There was a 300-metre octagonal craft floating above a platform.
300 meters, so that is
400 or 500 feet.
bigger than a football field.
Right. Yeah, there were trucks with strange containers on the back of them that were being loaded into this vehicle, this thing that was floating. And he was told later on that there had people inside, like remote viewers and these kind of folks, that were being transported on this spacecraft. As they first saw it, they're looking at this going on, and a group of marine type people turned up just dressed in black, surprised them, told them, you know, drop the weapons, turn around and start walking slowly back. And they thought, they're going to get shot in the back or something with their own weapons here. This is kind of what they would have expected. But they didn't. And in fact, they were able to get a little ways away, turn around and see this craft lift off. That's the story. Absolutely incredible thing. I've never heard of it.
Wow.
Yeah, there were 8 blacked out military that stopped them and told them to leave. Just a very strange account, and well worth watching that video because it's, as I say, it's a story I've never heard of before.
No. How long ago did that take place?
2009.
Okay.
Relatively recent in a way.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's my last story.
Wow. So that's what we have today, this week.
Yes.
And one thing we talk about quite often is, well, we can't talk about that video because it didn't happen last week. But the thing is these are videos that catch our eye, regardless of when they come out. Now, we do like to keep up on the newer ones, but sometimes the older ones.
Yes, do let us know similarly back the things that you've seen. And they can be from any time. You just have to have caught your eye this week.
We would certainly love to hear from you. We're begging, please. And you know what? Remember that one video where I said, oh, let's go for 50, let's go for 50. We are 7 people away from 50 subscribers.
No, we're not, we're on 48, so that's 2.
Ooh, really?
Yes.
2 more subscribers, please. Please, just put your little thumbs up. We'd appreciate it.
And we'll see you in the next video.
Have a great week. Bye-bye.